Shrike here. Ethereum has had a nice breakout in the last day and a half, and it's had a nice run all the way up to right here, about 14, 14 plus. And we're going to see a little bit of consolidation here for a while. Now, one thing that concerns me about looking at this chart is this could be a double-headed peak. It is close enough, it's about 2.5 days apart. However, the news coming out of about Ethereum currently is that people are very excited about the blockchain promise of the blockchain, and what one of the concerns is that we're going to have the crack starting to show in Ethereum in terms of its effectiveness for the smart contracts ability. I know with CryptoKitties 2 months ago, Ethereum was stretched to its limits when it was trying to fulfill the smart contracts, and I think that that's going to be an issue going into the future that people haven't quite recognized yet. And we're going to see, I think, a consolidation. It's going to be a bit rocky and flat for the next week or two. And of course, being the crypto world, things either shoot up or they shoot down, right? I mean, you usually have that type of consolidation, and it's very much a Gartner scale, and it goes back and forth. So be prepared to, sell on the highs, buy on the lows. It is possible it could go up some more. I mean, we did see the recorrection down to, I think it was a 1070 or so, about a day and a half ago. And that's entirely possible. This could be another minor recorrection, and then we shoot back up again. But the party's going to end eventually, and we're gonna be left with a blockchain and a smart contracts network that is sorely overtested and really run ragged with all the demands placed on it. So I don't think people are quite recognizing that yet. All right, Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin. So back in early December, Bitcoin really did moon, right? Everyone talks about going to the moon. We're living in a post-moon world for Bitcoin. We've attempted once in early December and then twice in mid-December, or on the 17th, to get to 20,000. We're just not there yet. Now, it has enormous exposure all over the world. People talk about it all the time whenever you read a newspaper article, online, whatever. Bitcoin is the herald, right? It's the representative for all these cryptocurrencies. However, here we are at 13.5, barely. And I think it's going to be dropping even more. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to 11.5. Why is this? I think that there's general pullback. There's been a lot of negative news about the Tulip Mania and all this stuff, which is ridiculous because these are not tulips. They stay forever. And they're a store of value, and you know that as well as I. But I think that the general people who are casually looking into this market are scared away. If you have a ton of money, this is a great time to buy. If you don't have a ton of money and you're a trader like me and you're trying to work a daily shift, whether you're on your own dime or someone else's, then don't buy here, right? I mean, this is nice descending. So head and shoulders right there. Some descending triangles. It's going to keep going down. Okay. Litecoin, I called it. I was guessing it would go between. It would go up around this line right here, and it would go to about the peak right there, which is about 250 to 275. And guess what? It peaked at 266. Okay. Took an extra day. Took an extra 30 hours to be exact, from my prediction, but. There it went. Now, we have a big question here about Litecoin. The cup and handle right here. Okay, is that the handle or is this the handle? This is definitely a cup. Where do we go from here? I expect consolidation. I do not think this is going to be a sexy thing to watch for the next 2 weeks. I think it's going to be pretty flat. It's going to hover between 200 and 250. And if we break past the 250 limit, we're going to be really lucky about that. So, it's a hold. I'm definitely not going to sell anything this low, but I'm just going to wait it out. And it's going to take a while. Sucks, but hey, it works. Okay, Bcash, I don't care about you. Head and shoulders pattern right there. Oh, by the way, Litecoin, classic head and shoulders here. I mean, this is textbook, right? Here, I'm going to show it to you. It's actually beautiful. Yeah, It's like the Litecoin god seated on its throne, right? There's one hand, the head, and then the hand right there. I mean, people could be looking at their charts and measuring this out. Yeah, and there's about 266, 267 it peaked. I was hoping it would go up to 280. I start taking profits. Just never quite got there. So this to me is just not quite enough of a leap. Yeah, it did well. It had a little bit of a breakout, right? You had to be quick. You couldn't be napping. I mean, literally, this is so short that you could have a long dinner or something and miss it. So just be aware that these things happen really quickly. Yeah, Bcash, nothing going on there. Really, I think we're going into a period of market consolidation right now. We have these opportunities now and then. Litecoin's interesting just to watch because you have these opportunities. They come up every week or so where you can, here's like 5 days later, you can sell something, buy stuff down in here, right? We have about every 5 days it gets interesting. With Ethereum, it's been just a stairway to heaven. And with Bitcoin, it's been the same. It's been these troughs and these valleys and these plateaus. And of course, here it is going back up again. I don't think that this is a great time to be expecting great rises right now from Bitcoin. By the way, the prediction I made of a breakout pattern for Bitcoin never happened. And that's concerning to me. I mean, I think that a lot of people in the market are turning away from Bitcoin right now. It's such an easy target for the news media to target, and I think that's going to be affecting people's buying patterns for a while. All right, one more thing. Regulation. People are terrified of regulation for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been in the crosshairs of South Korea. We've been watching the news already for the last couple of days. And people want to put those the financial ministers on their heads on a spike, right? Okay, regulation's coming, no matter what you think. And by the way, if you sell your profits, you're going to have to pay taxes on them unless you're really crafty about it. And I'm not going to comment about that, but I think that you need to be able to recognize that this market is maturing as we speak, and regulation. Countries could either fight it and fail, or they can accept it and find realistic ways of regulating the market and succeed. And it's going to be rocky at first, but regulation is coming just the same way that futures markets came for Bitcoin. So you have to recognize that this is an inevitability. It's not going to be going away anytime soon. Regulation, don't let the regulation news scare you. Okay, I mean, these types of drops, people are frightened. People think that Bitcoin's not going to be around in the next year. Bitcoin's going to be around when I'm 90 years old. Okay, so and it's going to be a wonderful store of value. The question is, how much is it going to be worth? Is it still going to be worth $13,000, or is it going to be worth $2, or is it going to be worth $100,000, right, or $1 million? So we just don't know. The smart money is when you don't know, you have some invested, right? But you don't put everything in it. You don't mortgage your house. Okay, the second point is that if regulation starts really snowballing and taking effect, then Zcash and Monero are going to go up in value a lot. You're warned. All right, over and out.